Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm finally back home and we're on our way to the gym, and in this video we're going to be showing you guys the 4 things that you guys are doing wrong at the gym that are killing your gains. Alright, so as I said, this video is going to be on the 4 things that you're doing wrong at the gym that are killing your gains, and point number 1 is you're not being prepared. So the first thing about being prepared is that you want to take your pre-workout 30 minutes before your workout. There's always people that are walking around the gym sipping at their pre-workout as they're working out. You don't want to do that. You want to give the pre-workout enough time, that way all of the compounds in it can have time to kick in and you can get the best workout in your life. And now that the pre-workout has started to kick in, the second way that you're not being prepared is that you're not listening to music while you work out. So some of the benefits of working out with music is that it has been scientifically proven that when you listen to upbeat music that has a lot of bass, it increases your adrenaline and it can really just push you to lift more weight and not get as fatigued as easily. Alright, so this isn't exactly killing your gains sort of stuff, but it's just like a health thing. So as I was just explaining to Jacob, so when someone is done using the bench press, they usually never wipe off the bench. So all of their dried sweat and all the gross stuff that was on them is still on that bench. And if you don't wipe it off, then all of that stuff is going to get on your back. And if you're a teenager and you're still growing a lot of body acne, then all of that is just going to make it so much worse. So make sure that you guys are wiping off before you lay down. Alright, so for today's workout, we're going to start out with 125 and we're going to try and do it for 6 to 8 reps. We're not going to do my full workout in this video, but if you guys are really interested in my full workout routine, go check out last Friday's video, and we'll either be in the eye at the top corner over here, or will be linked in the description. Alright, so a huge part of lifting is having good form and good technique. And so if you guys would like to see a full video breakdown by Jacob on this, leave a like down below and also comment down below certain exercises that you want us to break down the form of. The next thing that is killing your gains is that you are either giving yourself way too much rest time or you're not giving yourself enough rest time. So one of the things that is a huge downside of giving yourself too much is that it slows down your heart rate and you lose your adrenaline rush from your first set. And it also, you end up burning fewer calories because your heart rate has a lot more time to slow down. And when you have a higher heart rate, your body's able to burn a lot more calories. And it also gives your pre-workout a lot more time to wear off. So as we stated before in the video, you should take your pre-workout 30 minutes before you work out, and the longer you wait in between each exercise, that gives your pre-workout a lot more time to wear off and eventually reach its crash.
All right, kind of like what Dom said, but this is the opposite. So pretty much if you don't rest enough, you're gonna be gassed from the first set. And if you don't give yourself enough time for your nervous system to like, not reset, but like rest a little bit, then you're just gonna, it's pretty much like you're just continuing the set and you're just gonna fail it like indefinitely. So for big compound movements like bench and stuff, I'd recommend like 3 minutes of rest in between, because you're using a lot of joints and muscles for that, and it's heavy, so you're gassing yourself every time. But like for curls or smaller things that are just isolation movements, I'd say like 30 seconds to a minute, like max, is the most that you need to do for that, because it's not like it's a hard movement and it's not using your whole body to perform the exercise, so yeah. All right guys, next one's about staying hydrated. So doctors recommend about a gallon a day of water. So the reason you want to stay hydrated is because if you don't, it can drastically affect your performances, and it'll make you drowsy, fatigued way faster and more often. I've actually noticed that when I drink less water than when I actually drink like a gallon a day, my workouts are way worse. And I mean, it affects pumps too and stuff. Like everything is affected by water. I mean, we're pretty much made of 60% water, so it's really important to drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. So yeah.
All right, tip number 4, your diet sucks. All right, so 2 huge mistakes that people do when it comes to starting to work out and diet is that, one, they just go on Google and they start following the first diet guide that they find. And a huge problem with that is right now keto is the most popular diet ever, and keto is probably the worst diet that you could ever do. If you guys want to do a breakdown video on keto, leave a like down below. And second thing that they do is that they focus too much on the macros. They focus way too much on like the vitamins and like the saturated fat and the salt and stuff like that. You really only need to look at 3 things. You need to look at calories, you need to look at carbs, and you need to look at protein content. If you look at those 3 macros, then you should be fine. As long as you don't overeat, or if you are trying to gain weight and you have a very strict calorie cap, then you should be fine. Like, you're not gonna get extremely fat, you're not gonna become obese, and at the same time, you're also not gonna become anorexic. As long as you just eat at the appropriate deficit or surplus, you should be fine.
All right, guys, the last one we have is being inconsistent. So when I first started going to the gym, either we went way too much or way not enough. So like we'd go like 6 days a week, or we go like twice, which isn't enough to hit all your muscle groups unless you're doing like full body workouts, but still it's not enough. So what we started doing is, well, Dom has a different workout routine, as you guys saw in the last video, link in the description. But me and Quinn go 4 days a week. We do 2 I go 4 days a week. Quinn goes about 2 because he skips legs. So we do upper body and lower body splits, so you can hit each muscle group like 2 times a week, which is optimal 2 or 3 times a week, because if you hit it once, that's enough muscle protein synthesis each time, so you're not gonna be building as much muscle as you could be, because as a natural lifter and starting out, the volume, you want it to keep like medium volume, not too little, but not enough, because you want to be able to increase the volume and and time you spend in the gym and being more consistent for like later years when you're more advanced. So
all right, so since I'm in college and Jacob works at a factory and so does Quentin, we all have different workout schedules, but we still try to get to the gym at a concrete schedule. What I do is I go every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I think Jacob goes Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday. It doesn't really matter like what days you go, as long as you're staying consistent, and it has to be a concrete, structured schedule. Otherwise, obviously the whole point of this is that it is going to be inconsistent. You're not going to have good protein muscle synthesis, and you're going to be giving your muscles way too much time or way too little time to recover. You just got to really work it out, so then you can not only get all your stuff done. Like being in college, I had to have times that I can be at work, that I can do homework, and then I can also get to the gym. If you're like Jacob, you have to have time to get your at-home stuff figured out. You have to go to work, and then you also have to work out. So just really try and build it into your schedule as best you can. All right, that's gonna be the end of this video. Leave a like down below if you guys like us collabing together. I'll try and do as many videos with these guys as I can while I'm down here.
Otherwise, leave a comment down below on what video you guys want us to see us to do next. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you guys in the next video.